Sauce Gardner has come into the league and has played extremely well. Out of Cincinnati, he was known for his amazing man coverage ability, but for the Jets, he has shown that same man coverage ability, but has run a lot more zone, like cover 4 and 6, and is looking even better than expected in that area. His size and athleticism combo have always been impressive, and right now he's playing with high football IQ for a rookie. So let's break down some film and see why I think he's the best rookie cornerback right now. Here we got Gardner's first interception of the season. They're running quarters to the field side, cover 6 overall, and Sauce has looked really, really good in quarters, very comfortable. He gets this pick. I mean, it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the edge hitting the quarterback's arm, most likely. But that doesn't really matter. I just want to look at his change of direction ability. Like, he's bailing in quarters. He maintains good leverage, and he's fully opened, full hips open, is able to change directions, transition very quickly. Like, that fluidity at that size is super impressive. And since he's got the deep quarters, like, he's just playing top down, staying over the top. He should have a curl flat defender to take away this underneath. So he's not even, like, fully responsible to, like, make a play at this catch point. But he does a really good job getting there, closing, and then he has really good ball skills to finish. Not someone you'll, like, usually someone at this size, you don't see them move like this. It's really just the movement skills that I want to show on this play that are super impressive to fully turn around, change directions like this out of a full zone turn. Super impressive play from Sauce Gardner, and I love the ball skills to finish. Like, he's been making plays on ball every game, and then he gets his first pick right here. Sauce still looks the part in press man-to-man in his limited reps for the Jets. Right here, we got him going against Jalen Waddle. Really good job, inching back, good technique, good footwork to mirror and match. Gets physical to win at the route break to feel the hip sink. And this is versus a very quick, explosive receiver, one of the most dynamic receivers in the NFL in Jalen Waddle. And he has the size to match up versus bigger receivers, but he also has the athleticism, the footwork, technique to match up versus these quicker, more savvy players like Waddle. And when you're able to match up versus all different body types, different types of receivers, that's very important at the NFL level if you want to be a number one guy shadowing people around. Like in this game, he matched up versus Tyreek pretty well, but when they ran press man-to-man, they would double Tyreek and then have him one-on-one versus Waddle, who is still a number one type of guy. So good rep here by Sauce. Really look forward to watching him play more press man-to-man because this is where I thought he would play really well at right away. But he's playing really well right away in zone, and then man has been more limited due to this scheme. He does a really good job in quarters here, processing route concepts, understands what's trying to happen. He maintains his leverage, his depth. Everything is just so perfect here. Really good job getting depth, taking away the corner route. Understands nothing else is threatening him here. He's got two receivers to his side, the tight end. Once he sees number 2 go to the flat, he knows the only receiver that can threaten him is number 1. And once he works up vertically, he's going towards the 4th of the safety, but he still gains depth and then just does a really good job to bracket this vertical route and take away the deep corner. That's how you play quarters. Love the patience, the football IQ out of Gardner. This is really not what you would expect to see from a rookie who has more man-to-man experience, but he can just come in right away for the Jets and just dominate in quarters, cover 6 type of looks, and it's been really exciting to watch. Another rep in quarters, this one a little bit different look with trips to his side. Look at him just process this concept happening here. Number 1, working vertically, and once he's reading the QB's eyes, to see him throwing the deep out to the number 2, they're really trying to attack Gardner here, having the number 1 clear out and create this space, but he does a great job maintaining perfect leverage on the number 1 receiver while reading the quarterback's eyes, and once he sees him ready to release, he's also seeing number 2 sink in to his zone, so he stops, shows good transitional ability, get downhill, in position, and stop it right at the catch point. Really good play from Gardner. Maybe gets a little too over physical here, but that's a part of his play style. He's just going to play the ball here. Just excellent job processing the route concepts, coming into his. He just knows what they're trying to do, offenses, and that's really impressive for a rookie. Another man-to-man rep. He's doing a good job pre-snap, disguising, look like he's playing zone with his body, his hip positioning before the snap, and then he goes into man versus George Pickens, who's another talented rookie who's very good at the catch point, but Gardner just stays in perfect positioning, stays in phase. He comes in man here, just opens up his hips. It's second and long, so he's kind of expecting the vertical route versus Pickens too, who's more of a vertical playing type of receiver. Stays in perfect positioning, and then plays the ball really well at the catch point, turning into the receiver. He has really good ball skills. He can play the ball in many different ways, playing through the hands. knows just based on his positioning how to play the ball when you're back to the QB, and just really high level stuff. He's very nuanced, very physical. Like, as I was saying, he matched man-to-man versus Jalen Waddle, and this time he's man-to-man versus George Pickens. Two very different types of receivers, and he won both battles. So another high-level play from Sauce Gardner. Here, in quarters again, bottom of the screen, playing to the field side, and he's matched up versus Jamar Chase, who's one of the best receivers in the league, and one of the best vertical receivers too, and matches this perfectly. Stays in phase, and Jamar Chase does a really good job attacking the blind spot, and just the comfortability that he can play with his hips open towards the quarterback like this. He's zone turning, maintaining his leverage, gets a little too far inside, and is able to get back outside without zone, like center field turning to get back into like man coverage. Just gets turned into him and then turns and run once he knows Chase is getting vertical. Tries to turn back towards to find the ball, but based on the ball placement, he tracks this ball perfectly into the catch point. Like, this is just perfect quarters coverage, like the zone turn, get back, float back, try to get your feel into the receiver, knows the vertical route's coming, turns back into Chase, and then plays through the hands right at the catch point. Like, that is high level stuff. Very nuanced player. This is about as good as cornerback play you'll see in quarters. Just the comfortability that he is playing with, no panic. So many corners would panic here, get penalties, misjudge the ball. Like, everything here is just so well played, and it's just really, really advanced from the rookie. Just love the eyes that he plays with. Great awareness. Good job. They motion in, get tight. Number one, breaks the inside towards the post. They pass this off perfectly. He's in the perfect position. The depth, the leverage, everything in quarters just takes away this corner route. This route is now completely dead. No shot because of just positioning and processing. He does a really good job of communicating too. Like, he's communicated a lot with his safeties, passing off these routes downfield. This is just not stuff you see from a normal rookie, and it may not seem like much, but this is just really high-level play. A lot of younger corners would maybe get too far inside, maybe even chase this post, or just see the corner too late and not be in positioning to take that away. Just watch the movement skills on this play from Sauce Gardner. Great job matching, sticking with T. Higgins here. He's in zone, so he's not manned up with him here, but he's just moving stride for stride and then closes. Shows some nice burst here. Look at him flip his hips open and just watch his footwork with T. Higgins. It's step for step. This is how you mirror and match perfectly. That is high-level play right there. And then shows off that closing burst and then makes a play right at the catch point. Uses his length well. Really good job finishing at the catch point. Nice, like, working that hook around the left. This is a hook and swat technique at the catch point. Hook the left hip, then swat through the hands. Violent, really good work. The mirror and match is just beautiful. Love the movement skills. He's kind of that perfect body type to match up a player. Like, a T. Higgins type is kind of the perfect type of player that Sauce Gardner would lock down, and he does a really good job here. This was a good battle between Sauce and T. Higgins. Got to be able to play man-to-man, especially in the red zone. First, Donovan People-Jones here, DPJ. Just look at the route recognition. He's just reading the hips, playing in perfect positioning here. They try to hit him with the double move. He's got good eyes, watches the hips, and then watch the mirror and match ability. Sees that him stick the right foot in the ground and is sticking the right foot in the ground with him and gets upfield, stays in perfect leverage the whole time. Just the route recognition. He just processes at such a high level, and for how big of a player he is, the size, the athleticism, when you're mentally this far ahead as a rookie, he could really be special. He could be one of the best corners in the league, if not the best at some point in his career, because he is playing so good already. Cover 3. Jets run a little bit of cover 3 mix in here as well, but just watch Sauce Gardner. He does not take the bait. This is high-level football intelligence. They're tagging his deep third. I mean, the safety ends up, getting the penalty here for pass interference, but he plays this perfectly. They're tight inside, knows that he's going to be attacked here. He just plays this. They try to high-low him, get the tight end, work behind him, and then get this guy on the lower corner route to take his eyes, take him out of his deep zone, make him break on this, and most corners would get in this. This is where he's seeing stuff. He would think the safety has this, but then they try to sneak this behind him, and he just gains depth, leverage, would have taken this away. Really, really high-level play in zone. It doesn't really get much better than this. I've been saying that. I've said that a couple times. Like, he is playing at such a high level. Just love that he doesn't take this bait here. He's a very disciplined player. He understands when he's got two receivers this side, he has no reason to shoot downhill. He knows he has the help underneath. They try to high-low him, and he just plays this to perfection. Really good job squeezing, overlapping, taking away multiple routes at the same time. Last play that I'm going to break down. Really good job gaining depth again in cover 3. Find someone working from the other side of the field. Just love the eyes that he plays with. The motion over, it's a 3x1, and the tightest person is a fullback lined up in a tight end spot. And then he sees him go into block, so he knows he has no responsibility there. And then once actually the tight end comes off the block, he like does a little chip on the end there, then comes off, and he's still pointing it out and passing it off to a linebacker, and he gains depth to take away the Mark Andrews deep cross and then plays through the hands at the catch point with perfect timing. Gotta love the physicality, the violence he plays with through the hands. It's a tight end. It's more difficult to make these plays at the catch point versus them. And this was like in, right at the start of the season. Like, he's playing so good right away. Definitely impressed with the whole Jets draft class. I think they had a really good draft. I remember when their first round I thought was really good. And even getting Breece Hall in the second. Garrett Wilson, I was a big fan of. Sauce Gardner. Getting Jermaine Johnson where they got him, I thought that was a good pick as well. So they definitely are heading in the right direction as a team, and Sauce Gardner will definitely be one of those players that leads them there. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.